Good evening, peoples. We're just going to nip over onto our Facebook group and give people a couple of tags just to make sure they're there and we're not talking to ourselves, although we're not that bothered if we are. This is a test bed for something new. It doesn't even say we've gone live yet, so I best check. We are live. But Facebook doesn't know it. Well, live, but Facebook doesn't know it. There we are with Stu Walker's found it. So Stu, could you please tag well, as many people as you can think of, and we'll get going. This is a test bed for, as you can see by the name, the person that we're going to bring in is Coran, the Spice Freak Sloss.
Hello.
I'm going to ask you the first question. How do I actually pronounce your name?
So first name is Coran.
Coran.
And last name is Sloss.
Coran Sloss. So I do have it right. That's brilliant because it's very rare I get them right. Coran Sloss. Where does your name come from?
Simple name, but it's very often misspelled.
Where does your name originate from?
The last name I don't fully remember, but apparently it's derived from Auchincloss, which was Celtic, I think. And then the first name is Old Irish.
Celtic and Old Irish. For people that don't know who Coran is, it says it on his name there, Spice Freak, but I'm just going to bring it up just to make sure. That's his YouTube channel, and he does reviews.
Yeah, I also have a written review blog, which I take a little more seriously than the YouTube. YouTube's for fun and challenges and stuff.
I've noticed that your YouTube is fun, challenges. There is reviews there. You use Nuke a bit for some of your challenges and silly stuff too. Didn't know about your serious blog.
So that's spicefreak.blog. Very easy to remember. And yeah, weekly reviews every Tuesday. As well as recipes on weekends, random weekends, basically.
I think I've got that right. Never know with my computer. That one right? Spicefreak.blog.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. And back to this YouTube. If you look on there, he's only got 75 subscribers right now, which he should have more. Because if you actually do go looking into some of his reviews, I'll go into some of the videos there. They're all very well put together, and he does some daft stuff. There's the durian experience. If you're not familiar with the durian fruit, not the most pleasant of things to open.
No, and I've still got the remains of that one fermenting in my garden, so wish me luck when that comes.
There's plenty of content on his YouTube, so I suggest you do go and subscribe to that one. For now, back to Coran. How long? Well, first question, what got you into spice?
Ooh. So I'm not totally sure what it was that got me into chili in the first place, but it was just sort of, I quite liked chili. It wasn't really a thing I did until university, at which point, for some reason, my friends just got it into their head that I was the go-to guy for spice, and one of them wanted ghost peppers. So I had a look through my collection of just chocolates that I'd got from my grandma for Christmas, and one of them, well, some of them were from South Devon Chili Farm, and took a look. The ingredients list on one of them did indeed include the Butchalokia, and so looked up the company, found some chilies, got it to the guy, and just, but couldn't found the chilies during the summer holidays though. So it was a while before I could deliver them to him. And just every morning I would wake up and I would smell that package, and it was the most gorgeous thing ever. Now, sadly, I couldn't get the chocolate that actually had the ghost pepper in because I only realized I needed it quite short notice. So instead, we've got the fruit and spice, which is sultanas, a little bit of orange oil, good deal of cinnamon and clove, and it's in a 60% dark chocolate. And yeah, it's good quality chocolate. You can definitely taste the spices and the sweetness of the fruit. Well, for me, I prefer milk chocolate more over dark, so the sweetness of the fruit helps balance out the bitterness of the chocolate.
I find with orange, it works better with dark chocolate too. A little bit of orange in the dark chocolate. And
Sometimes. The orange is quite subtle in this, but it's definitely there. And the heat, I'd say it's probably about a 2.5 on my scale. It's not hot, but it's not, it's not the real mild stuff either. It's a nice sort of Tabasco-y kind of level.
It definitely looks like you're enjoying it.
I'm not going to eat all of it on the live stream today just because I've got a bunch of other things to try, but
I noticed it had a lovely snap when you popped it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You can hear that, can you?
Yeah.
Let me just put one up to my mic. There you go. Great snap.
Thank you, Philip Patterson. The arm's a little bit achy. So, how long have you actually? What first made you decide to do reviews?
So, once I got into chili, I quite quickly discovered my local shop in the city centre of various different artisan chili products, and basically, well, every now and then they'd ask my opinion on stuff, and they'd quite appreciate the feedback they got, and they'd push for me to talk about it in a more public setting, sort of like the reviews I'm doing now. But what finally got me into it was a combination of seeing some of the really crazy things that came in, like the Chili Alchemist's popping candy, and a challenge item that we have on the shelf here. This is Hell Unleashed from Hotheads and the Chili Pepper Company, I think is the name of it. Let me double check. It doesn't actually say the company name, it only says the website. But anyway, it's a 5.3 million SHU sauce, the sauce itself. The extract in it is a mixture of 9 and 13, and then it's got Trinidad Scorpion and mango for flavor. And I'll save that till the end because that's going to be the last. I'm not going to taste anything else after this. This is stupid stuff.
That one just wipes out the taste buds.
Basically, what it came down to was I was the only person they knew who could taste something like that and give them some idea of what it was like. And so, they brought me in for the day to do that, and I wrote about my experience online. And the company got in touch and went, "Hey, can we send you 4 things to review?" And I'm like, "Oh, I guess I've got to do the blog now." And that's how it all happened.
And that's where it began.
But the next thing I've got to try is Smoke from the Chili Alchemist. This is from their new range, remade under Russell from Grim Reaper Foods. It's based on the old smoke potion that they did, but it's a little more ketchup-y, little less chipotle, but a lot more the adobo sauce that the chipotle came in. And the spices of the adobo sauce are wonderful in it.
So, how long have you actually had your channel going over on YouTube?
I don't know, to be honest. I've not kept track of how long the YouTube channel's been around. It'll be a bit less than the blog, though. The blog was about 4 years at this point. Yeah, I said it has a bit less of the chipotle, but it's still got a nice smokiness to it, even so. And yeah, it's sweet, it's tomatoey, it's definitely got those adobo spices in there. This should be in an upcoming video, but Sadly, I haven't been able to put it together yet because the CPU in my desktop computer died recently, or at least the fan for it did. So video editing's kind of on the back burner a bit.
In all the time that you've been doing your reviews, obviously you've tasted a lot of different sauces.
I have indeed.
There's always one that seems to stand out as being that little bit different or anything else. Which one's been that one for you?
Well, I try to search up all sorts of different and interesting things because that really is what it's about for me. It's the weird and wonderful. But the next thing I've got in my lineup of things to try is the Magnificent Seven from Ibiza Chili Co., which I looked at. This was imported by Hotheads from Ibiza, and looked at the ingredients list, and the very first ingredient, 54.4% Nispero. Do you know what Nispero is? Nor did I. But I looked it up, and it turns out, in the Spanish dialect I learnt, it's Nespero. Or Nespero, or something similar to that, I don't fully remember. But basically, it's a Spanish fruit about yay big, sort of similar to an apricot, mango, a little bit more citrusy in flavor. Cooks up really nicely though. Has a lot of pectin in it. Tried making chutney with it once and it just turned solid. But yeah, this is basically, it's a fruit you don't see over here at all, but you do see it in China under the name loquat, if that's something you know a bit better.
No,
And yeah, it
not been to
produces
China
really
neither.
sort of...
I've not been to China neither.
Fair enough. But yeah, it produces a quite citrusy sauce with that sort of cooked fruit, apricot-y kind of quality to it.
Stu Walker's just pointed out that his sister grows them in Spain.
Oh, nice. Nice. They are good fruit. Wonderful stuff, and they do remind me of my childhood holidays there. So this was definitely one that I really wanted to show once I found that I had it in my collection at the moment, because that is completely unique. You won't see anything like that over here, except on import, because it's a fruit that isn't even really grown in this country.
I hadn't heard of it before. How did the name Spice Freak come about?
So, well, various reasons. The spice comes from, partially it's my love of chili, partially it's my love of other things, like, say, ginger and Szechuan peppercorns and stuff like that. I wanted to get it out there that I'm not just about the chili, but all forms of spice. But partially also it's a slight nod to the Dune series behind me here.
Ah, Dune.
I wanted to highlight just how much of a nerd I was going into this.
Oh no, I don't recognise Dune. Just realised that. Nerd alert.
And yeah, the freak part comes from sort of, I'm a bit of a weirdo, I'm also a bit of an obsessive, I'm big into my chili, as you'll have seen if you've seen any of my reviews. So to sort of put the two together to try and describe myself, you know?
Good name. Fits all around because it's not all just about the chilies. It's when it comes to the sauces, it's the balance of all the spices that go together, and that's what you do. You do reviews.
Yeah, and as sort of said with the last one, I'm more about the weird and wonderful, the interesting, the different flavors than I am the intense heat. Even if I did have this ridiculous thing involved in my beginnings, my origin story.
Intense heat is something to dabble in.
I mean, intense heat, sure, it can be fun from time to time, but it's not something you want daily, really.
So, which other sauce would you like to show us tonight?
Ooh. Well, let's go with the Rampage from Hot Pods. I'm sure you all know this one, but specifically picked this one Because, well, the star of this one is not the chili, it's the horseradish. The chili provides the intensity, but the horseradish provides the kick, the way it hits you. Because it is far more of a nasal spice, this one. But it's then got a smooth pear and pea flavour under that. Really nice sort of light green, vegetable-y kind of quality to it. Great for with your meats. I also really like this one over Spanish omelette.
See, this is one of the things that people like about your reviews, because you do describe the flavours and which food you would put it on and things that it wouldn't quite work with.
And that one has a lot more of a kick to it than the previous ones that I've shown, but it's still not ridiculous. It's just good and hot. I can't remember exactly what I gave it. I think it was probably a 6 or a 6.5, but check my blog. I've got a written review of it for any of you who are interested.
Horseradish itself provides a different burn to chili as well.
Yeah, it's a very different burn. It's sort of roof of the mouth, bottom of that nasal passageway. That's where this one really hits and lingers.
When combined together, the chili and gives you an all-round.
Well, the chili definitely intensifies the feeling of the horseradish.
I noticed you've got another bottle there. There's a reason you brought that one.
The grizzly garlic from the Chili Project, which I've not had much of because they've only recently sent this to me. But it's gorgeous stuff, and it's actually very similar to one that I really loved beforehand. Because I was a big fan of Upton Cheney's garlic and ginger one. And this is similar sort of really caramelized garlic. But unlike theirs, this has a gorgeous sort of subtle undertone, almost velvety, of the red wine vinegar.
It's actually a favourite for a lot of nukes.
I can imagine, because this is wonderful stuff and really rich. Nice bit of sweetness to it. Sort of dark caramelized. It's wonderful.
It was one of the ones that, like you just said, the sweetness to it. It was one of the ones that I didn't like for the sweetness to it. But everybody else disagrees with me because obviously I just don't like sweet.
Yeah. Not everybody has a sweet tooth. That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely... It's one of my 2 favourites of his range.
One of your 2 favourites in its range. So what would be the other one?
The other one is the garlic naga pickle.
That is another one that's a favourite in the nukes.
I think the quality of his brinjal is slightly better still, but the garlic and naga is just more to my own personal tastes. Both are really well made, really well spiced Indian pickles.
You mentioned college earlier on, where everybody came your way asking about spices, blah, blah, blah. What were you studying in college at the time?
I was doing a physics degree.
So you went from physics to spice?
Yeah, sadly I only got about 2 years into my physics degree and it didn't go too well, so...
I have
nothing
noticed
ever came of that, and I don't really want to do too much to do with physics since, so...
I've noticed that some of your reviews, you've been in a lab coat and stuff, so now it explains the physics connection.
What I'm wearing today is technically a warehouse coat, but basically it's a lab coat, but it's red. They just don't call it a lab coat if it's not white for some reason. But yeah, I have a whole variety of different colours of them. And you'll very rarely see me not in one.
Any reason for that?
No, I mean, it's the closest thing to a real-life wizard robe, basically.
Fair enough.
And they're comfortable.
Have you got a timer with you by any chance?
I'm not running one at the moment, but I should be able to get one up.
What I'm going to ask you to do, if you can possibly do this, is I'm going to bring 2 people in with you, and I'm going to let you time them for a Tube of Terror challenge.
Oh, no. Give me a second. No, I don't want to update that. No, I don't want to have my Sonic speedrun times up. Right, there we go. We have a timer, and what's it set to at the moment for hotkeys?
Let's see, what I'll do is I'll go into that and we'll take off that.
Let's just do that key for now.
There we go.
So let me just double check that works. Yep. All is good.
Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in two guys for you. The first one is, it says Melvin, but it's not. It's Kevin Tilley. Evening, Kevin.
Calling himself Melvin.
Evening all right?
And the second one is Stewart Tarnas.
Oh, actually, we don't have the name tags up right now, but if you want to do that, I'll just move. Oh, no, that's wrong. Let me put myself back. I'm doing this. Where is it? Yeah, can I grab this? Yes, I can.
Oh, there we go. Now I can put the name tags back.
You can put the name tag back without covering up the timer. There we go.
We'll go like that. Look at that. Teamwork. I like this guy. So, guys, I'm going to leave you with Coran, and he's going to give you a counting when you're ready. So you just need to open your tubes.
See the seal, can't you?
Yep.
So tell me when to hit the button.
When they're ready, you're going to empty them onto the plates.
Yeah, I'm just going to put the seal.
Some of them are a bit big and they don't like to come out. There we go. So when you're ready, what will happen is Coran will give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then you start the timer.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Start.
Oh, sorry, I already started the timer.
Right.
Might have to retime this in post then,
Just keep
but
it going.
yeah.
Phil Blake says, "Good luck, guys."
Good luck.
I'm pretty good.
Stephen Dixon's in watching. He says, "Hey, Kevin and Stu."
Oh, yeah, Stephen. Some of these are massive.
Use munch your nuts, guys.
Wasn't somebody saying previously that they get them from the same place as the Death Nuts?
I think some of them are.
Some of them are like yay big. It's ridiculous.
That one's quite big.
Yep.
For those unfamiliar with the rules for a Tube of Terror, you have 10 minutes to eat the tube and then 5-minute afterburn. So it's 15 minutes in total.
Yeah, Jumbo XL Virginia Peanuts is how they describe them.
Heathen Raider just pointed out that Blazing Foods make both.
Yeah, thought they did.
Doing great there, Kevin.
Yep.
One in a black t-shirt, one in a blue t-shirt. I'll try not to make you laugh. It puts you off. Suppliers, as Alex Beams has just pointed out, and I'll just pop it up for a split second because I don't want to knock anybody's video off. Coran sat munching his chocolate along with you guys.
Thought I might as well enjoy myself while I'm here.
Might as well. Kevin is going at a pleasant pace. Looking about even.
They are, aren't they?
James is asking, how are you feeling so far, guys?
The heat's building, but I'm all right at the moment.
Yeah, heat's building now. It's all right. Couple of hiccups.
Hot Wheels 83 says, good luck, guys, over on YouTube.
Cheers, bud.
Heathen Raider says, doing well, boys.
All right, thanks, Stephen.
You see them?
Adele says, sorry she's late, she was in the bath. I know she was bathing Amy. Gladden me. I've got Kevin's hiccups. Or as James states, it clearly states Melvin.
Give all his points to Melvin, see if he likes it then.
Stu Walker says, 7 points here, guys, you've got this.
You still?
Cheers, Steve.
James says they hit a maximum peak, then last about 5 minutes, then they start to come down. You've got this, no bother. Smashing it, lads. Proud of you.
Yeah, I see Adele Wilkinson's asking about this. This is the fruit and spice from South Devon Chili Farm. It's not massively hot, but it's good chocolate. And it's got sultanas in it and nice touch of orange oil, as well as a fair bit of cinnamon and clove.
Taking it down to his last few nuts, so is Stewart.
And it has a really good snap.
Oh, that snap.
Definitely.
Stu says it won't get much hotter now, lads. Just ride it. Down to the last nut each. You like 20s? Yeah. We've got plenty of time to go. It's all just burned now.
Yeah, you're a little past your halfway mark now.
Ethan just says you peak at about 7 minutes.
Oh yeah, you've actually finished them, haven't you? Ahead of schedule. Congratulations.
Phil Blake just says the heat does level off if I remember, but I had ringing in my ears.
I haven't got ringing in my ears, but the heat's still climbing.
Yeah, heat on the back of the throat.
James says in the bag for you both, guys. Nuke are all proud of yous.
Cheers, James.
Dave.
I've just thought I can just pop myself off screen for a couple of seconds like that. Watch.
We can't hear you anymore. And also, you can't see the timer anymore because I'm right underneath where it says live. You might want to... Well, I'll change that, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Experiment.
I could easily have moved the timer over to the other side, but I didn't know it was going to be a problem.
I see we're going to have to utilise you a lot more.
Or just for the timer.
No, for a lot of things.
Fair enough. I'm happy to commentate, but I don't really know what I'm doing in terms of commentation, so...
Doing pretty well so far.
How you feeling, guys?
It's hot.
So, yeah, just don't seem to be getting any hotter, though.
No. Just right there at the back of the throat.
Yeah.
Oh, God. No.
I don't know which one of you he knows has got a second tube. But James
me.
Nixon just says, once it mellows out, grab your second tube. Stephen Dixon says, you're both looking very strong.
I cheers to him.
See you, Stewart.
Yeah, you both look like you're managing to me.
It's really hot though, bud.
If you're doing multiples, get the tube in you, so 11 or so minutes between tubes. Heathen Raider.
My other two haven't come yet.
Yeah, this is just some random hand-me-down sofa. Adele.
It does. It looks like you could just sleep on that, doesn't it?
Well, I have done in the past.
That's it. I've got cramp sofa. Michael Moran says, great job, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Alex Beams is saying we have to find a chili name for Kev's chili name.
We do. I like Kelvin. It's a heat rating.
Yeah, I quite like that one.
It's actually one of the most accurate heat ratings you can get in scales of...
Well, it's just centigrade, but shifted over so that 0 is absolute 0.
The Kelvin was used for things below when to get them...
Yep.
Something to do with...
And your burn time officially begins now.
Well done. See, told you. You're hired there, Coran. Expect a message in your inbox.
Cheers. I wish my sofa could fit half of the Eddie UK, James. Mine can barely fit 3 of us on a good day, so some of the videos are a little cramped.
I think we might have to go and visit James and see how many nukes we can get on his sofa.
Once it's safe to do so.
Yeah. Doing great there, Stu.
Oh, cheers, bud.
Kevin's just thinking, I wish he could put his TV on.
Oh, I'm liking that one, Alex. You highlight that for me.
The masticator. It's lucky I read it right.
Yes, it is. With that last name, too.
Hi there, Michael. Pretty fine, thanks. Suspense there. Everybody's just stoned. They're just not showing any sign of weakness at all.
Well, the heat's
The
starting
mellow.
to cool down, but I feel it in the belly now.
It's mellowing a bit now, yeah.
Yeah, you should be past you should be past the worst of the mouth burn by now.
Yeah.
But
Building
yeah,
in the
hitting your stomach, that's slightly concerning. I don't know.
Phil Blake.
Good luck.
Used to have came in and pushed amazingly, love it. And then
Cheers.
Phil Blake
Cheers.
states, oh, they're moving too fast. You got this, gentlemen.
That was Jim.
No, cheers, Jack. Excuse me.
That was Gravelthorpe that said, you've got this, gentlemen.
No, cheers, Jack.
Last 2 minutes.
Last 2 minutes, very nearly done.
Yeah, see the heat peaked around 8 minutes.
Yeah, the stomach burn throughout the rest of the day is going to be
Feel the
a
stomach
second
already.
challenge that none of us get to see.
I'll really wet for you if you want.
Tube of Terror is one of the hardest challenges out there, so well done, guys. You've just smashed the hell out of this.
So what actually goes on the peanuts in the Tube of Terror?
It's coated in Reaper and Scorpion powders, but it also has 16 million crystals.
Right. So similar to the final one of the Death Nuts then in the V2 pack.
The
But
final
for
one of the
every
Death
single
Note.
one of the nuts.
The final one of the Death Note is only 13 million.
That's what they say, yeah, but they also say crystals, which is interesting because
Yeah, I understand. I noticed that because to get crystal, it has to go to 16 mil.
Yeah.
This is 13 million, Luke. 13 million this tube.
Oh, so it must be 13.
So
I
yeah,
always
it's the
thought it
same
was
stuff
16.
either way.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, basically you've just eaten an entire plateful of the last Death Nut.
And you're into your last
And
30 seconds very soon.
yeah. Yeah, you've got 5 seconds left to go. 3, 2, 1, and there we go.
Oh, brilliant.
Boom.
Well done, Kev.
Well, let's do.
No,
Cheers,
cheers,
guys.
Well done, both of you.
You can grab your milk or whatever you would like now.
Agreed, Alex. The last of those Death Nuts really did me in. So I'm amazed you did as well as you did.
Certainly are.
Where would you place that in the challenges you've done so far, Stu?
My tolerance building, I'll put it about an 8. I mean, it was really hot. It's probably one of the hottest, if not the hottest I've done, but like I said, for my tolerance building, I'd still put it at an 8.
Where would you put it?
Yeah, right up here with the hottest I've done. I would actually say that crunchy was hotter.
The crunchy was hotter. That's what I was wondering. I was a bit curious
Felt
about
hotter on
that.
my throat.
Well done, guys.
Cheers, man.
2 tubes of terror smashed. What I will point
Thank
out is that guy down there in the blue t-shirt is now completely banned from any more Easter eggs because he's just hit another one by completing a tube of terror in a blue t-shirt. He just smashed another one of the Easter eggs. So no, from now on,
Hey, Easter egg.
you, my friend, are banned from any Easter egg hunting.
Quick question though. When you say in a blue t-shirt, is it any blue t-shirt or is it any
No,
UK blue t-shirt?
The blue nuke t-shirt. It was. So yeah, he is banned from any more because he's won about 4 now, I think. Anyway, guys, I'm going to say bye, Kevin, Melvin.
Thank you, everyone. Cheers.
Excellent job, both of you.
Yeah,
I'm going to say goodbye, Stewart. See you later. And we're back with Coran, Spice Freak Sloss.
So,
I'm going to say thank you very much for coming in to have a little chat with us and helping to host the Tube of Terror. That was amazing.
silly Alex. Easter comes before Christmas.
You're probably going to get a little message very shortly because I've got a little plan for you if you're available.
Who, me?
Yep, you.
I'll have a look at that as soon as we're done then.
Okay. I say thank you for helping us out with this test pilot for the Sunday interview.
Oh, no problem.
Great to meet you. Brilliant to meet you and get to actually ask a few questions.
Great to be
And
here.
for
If you have
that-
any more, I'm happy to answer what I can.
Well, I'm going to be shooting off right now, but we're going to have you back again because, well, you'll see what I'm going to bring in. I'll message you so that you know what the plan is.
Okay.
And for now, I'll say goodbye. Thank you very much.
Catch you again shortly then.
See you later, mate. That was Coran Sloss, the Spice Freak. Please check him out over on his YouTube channel, which is there. There's lots of stuff in there. Ghost Chili Soul. Oh, I was looking for one of his fun videos because there's some mad stuff there. There's one there. Eating the Puerto Rican yellow fatale. This is one of his older videos, by the way. There's the white lab jacket that we all recognise. Bring him along. See, he brings his friends in. A little milder than a habanero. Well, let's see how this turns out. As you can see, guys, it turned out a little bit hotter than a habanero. Created a couple of hiccups. That was Coran Sloss. from Spice Freak over on YouTube. Please do go and subscribe to him. There is a lot of funny content in there as well. He also has a blog and he does serious video reviews of sauces and, well, pots and other things. That was Newt Chilli-heads. I was Lucifer's son. I'm out of here for now. Bye. Now, guys, goodbye. Please do check that out. Until then, see you next week.